Hey folks, it's Ed Hartzel, firearms instructor here at Classic Pistol in Southampton, Pennsylvania. I got a pretty neat tip for you today. Today's topic is going to be about choosing a firearm. You know, working behind a gun counter for 17 years, you see people make a lot of mistakes that are based on misinformation about what guns do what. Here's what I'm talking about. A lot of times I'll have people come in looking for a first gun, and they'll be shopping on the suggestion of someone who owns a couple guns or who has been shooting a couple times. Well, that person might have the best interest in the world, but the gun that's suggested to them might not be what they need. So let's talk about this. The mistakes that I see people making when it comes to choosing firearms is choosing a gun that's too small for their intended purpose. So I've got some examples with us. The revolver is one of the easiest to see. It's one of the easiest to help understand this concept. So here we've got a nice little revolver, lightweight, alloy frame. This is the Smith & Wesson 642. So someone who's shopping for a first gun might look at this and think, hey, you know, this is a pretty decent little firearm. This is something that, you know, really seems like it would be good for me. And the same shopping experience behind the counter, you might look and somebody might see this gun, a Smith & Wesson 686, and they'll take a look at that and say, hey, this is really classic, that's really cool, but I don't need a dirty Harry gun. Well, here's the problem, guys. Science. All right? What people call kick is recoil. Recoil is the equal and opposite energy of the bullet having left the gun. Now, when you load this gun up with 38 specials, it's so lightweight and there's such a small surface area to hold on to that when you squeeze the trigger, there's nothing to absorb that recoil. It all comes backwards into your hand. So it's got a significant amount of recoil, or kick, what people say. If you take that ammunition out of this one, and you take that 38 special, put it directly into a larger, heavier frame gun. When you shoot, the mass of this gun absorbs a lot of its own recoil, so there's a significantly less perceived recoil with this firearm. Now what this means is that we're going to be more accurate with it. We're going to have fun with it. This is a great gun to bring to the range and target shoot. This is a great home defense gun. A lot of times people say, hey, I'm looking for a really small gun for home defense, something to put inside of my nightstand drawer. But why does that have to be small? Where did that construct come from? That's something that we hold in our minds. My nightstand drawer is this big. I could fit a gun this large into that box. So if it's something that we shoot well and we shoot accurately, why would we not choose something like that? Well, the reason that these two guns exist and the difference between these is because of what they're intended for. So if I wanted a gun to carry on my person for 12 hours a day while I'm out there in the world to defend myself against bad guys, and I chose this, it's ridiculous. It's like dragging a boat anchor around with you, right? So that's why they make something that's much smaller and much lighter. It's more congruent to our daily lives. We'll have something that we can have with us that is there in case we need it. Now, you certainly have to train with any gun that you're going to carry. And this is a harder gun to shoot than the larger gun. But that's a decision that we make when it comes to carrying a firearm. The same thing can be said with semi-automatics. Here's the really popular Glock 43. It's a single stack 9mm. It's a great sized gun. This is a subcompact or an ultra compact gun. So very slim, very thin, it's very lightweight, and it's in 9mm. When we squeeze the trigger, there is some snap to this gun. It's easily controlled by most people that know how to shoot, but it is on the snappier side. When we increase the size of the frame, as well as the weight or mass of the gun, using the Glock 19 for an example, there's more surface area, but it fires the same round, there's a little bit less perceived recoil. Same thing. Let's take something on the opposite side of the spectrum from the 43. Here's the super popular CZ75. So the CZ75 being an all-steel full-size gun, there's a lot of weight to this compared to the 43. But still it shoots the same 9mm ammunition. When you squeeze the trigger, a lot of that recoil is going to be absorbed by the weight of the frame. So there's less perceived recoil. We're all going to shoot a heavier gun of the same caliber better than a lighter gun. So when it comes to choosing a firearm, guys, do a little research into it. You know, use this tip to help you decide what it is that you're looking for. The purpose that the gun is going to have should be the #1 driving force behind your purchase. Thanks so much. Once again, this is Ed Hartzel, firearms instructor here at Classic Pistol in Southampton, PA. Check us out on social media. Check us out at classicpistol.com. We've got private classes and all sorts of scheduled courses going on throughout the year. So thanks so much. Everybody be safe. See you soon.